Hey guys, welcome in. It's the Outspoken Network here, Sportscast. Brian, I had to get on here and talk about what happened last night as Tua Tagovailoa faced the Buffalo Bills and his injury bug strikes again as he goes out with a concussion. And instead of talking about the Bills winning this game in the dominant fashion they did, this Tua situation has kind of taken over. Fortunately, left us with the questions of what is he going to do next. Well, let's go ahead and we're going to watch this play here, and it doesn't look to be that bad. He takes the ball back. He's trying to rush. It's 4th and 4. He is stressing to get this first down. Look, they're down 31-10 in the fourth quarter, and he is trying to make a play, get the first down. We see the yellow marker there, and he runs forward and looks like he's gonna have an easy first down, which he does. But he goes right there in with his head. He lowers his shoulder right into Damar Hamlin's chest and gets his head whipped in a bad spot. The play at first didn't look all that bad, but instantly I said that's not good, and he goes out with a concussion, and that is just something you hate to see. I don't care what team you like, are you a Miami Dolphin fan, a Tua Tagovailoa fan or not? That is something that you just don't want to see, and that leads to a lot of the big question of is Tua going to retire? I think a lot of people are trying to make that decision for him, and at the end of the day, there's a lot of stuff that goes into that decision. It's not just what we think. A lot of players, coaches have come out so they think he can step away. Nick Saban came out and said it should be a medical decision. And at the end of the day, I think it should be a medical decision. I think you go get some brain scans and from high class medical guys and get their honest opinion. And at the end of the day, it's Tua's decision to make and not anybody else's. We got a lot of speculation and a lot of kind of obvious. This is an obvious decision towards some that, oh, of course you're going to retire because what are you going to be if you keep playing football? You're going to be able to walk. You're going to be able to talk later on in life. Who knows? He may be crippled because this at the end of his life, but maybe not. And then at the end of the day, you got to look at the contract situation, how much money he's made, how much money he's got left. If he retires now, if he just retires, steps away from football, he leaves a lot of money on the table, unless unless the doctor medically comes out and says you cannot play football anymore, then he's able to get, I think it's 124 million. I believe they talked about it today. But everyone's just so that set on he should retire, and that's just an easy decision when it's not an easy decision. It's not just a black and white yes or no question. There's a lot that goes into it. I mean, this guy has been working his whole life for this. He's been training his whole life for this, and he has worked hard to get where he's at. He's 26 years old. He's got to really think about it. I think it's definitely something for him to think about. And I'm not trying to seem like this is, money's worth everything, obviously, but you got to put yourself in his shoes. These athletes that go out here and play football or any sport in the major leagues, Major League Baseball, basketball, stuff like that, hockey, they've trained day in, day out, all year long. They fight. They went to college. They worked hard to keep their grades up. They played great football or whatever sport they're playing to get to the league and make the big money and make the contracts and play the sport they love at a very high level. And just to say this is a decision that's easy for most is just step away from the game, but it's not an easy decision. And I think at the end of the day, obviously, it's Tua's decision to make, not ours. If he wants to continue to play football, he will. Maybe Miami doesn't want to sit here and let him play for the team or something like that. I don't see that happening. I think they're going to stick with him. I do think he's continue to play football, regardless of a lot of people thinking he should retire. It's not our decision to make, but at the end of the day, it's his. If I tell you that smoking's bad and you should quit smoking, well, you're not going to quit smoking just because of that. It's going to have to become a decision that you make internally to change your life or whatever. And this is a decision Tua is going to have to make. And once he's medically cleared to play football again, which he will be at some point, then it's a decision he's going to have to make. And I think he's plays football. I think the odds of him actually retiring from football are slim to none, and the odds of him actually playing football are a lot higher because of everything that you train for, everything that you put effort into to get to this point. To step away at 26 would be a drastic change, drastic step. Do I think that he needs to learn how to play football better and protecting himself? Definitely. That situation did not call for him to go head first, try and shoulder a cornerback or a safety. It's 4th and 4. It's a big fourth down. Not going to be wrong. Could get him back in the game if they go and score a touchdown. You're down 31-10 or whatever it was, 31-14. The second game of the season, your team needs you. You've got to learn to slide. Quarterbacks are protected for a reason. You've got to learn to. You get the first down, you slide down, live another down. Instead, you make a decision to put it all on the line for the second game of the season. Not a very smart decision. So that's what I'm going to sit here and go, that was the mistake. You should have slid down. You would have been fine. Would have maybe, you probably would have still lost the game. But we wouldn't be talking about concussions. He had 3 concussions last year. This is his 4th. I hate that it's the same thing with him and the head injury, and that makes it all the scarier, right? But at the end of the day, the decision is for Tua to make, and really, we're not going to have any impact. The only person that's going to have an impact, I think, is his family, his medical doctors, and maybe the Miami staff. All right, guys, let me know what you think. We got a show tomorrow night, Saturday evening. We're going to come here and we're going to talk about the games. Looking forward to this Saturday. We'll talk about the Tua situation again with everyone on. Come listen, come follow. God bless, and remember to keep it outspoken.